So my Boss plow has been absolutely amazing. It's now a full 20 years old, and I'm just doing some touch up and on rusted areas and paint, cleaning things up to make it last another 20. In any case, one issue that I read a lot about, and I've had to clean my contacts a number of times, is the connectivity for your 12-volt power plug. And when it starts acting up, your plow does absolutely nothing. Your lights all work, but you have no ability to lift, drop, or move your plow. So there are ways to clean them. However, what I really want to show you today is the difference between the old connectors, and I say old because I had the same power plug on my plow from 2003 through to about 2018, 2019, and it lasted all that time with all that use, and I never had to change it. All I would do is clean it up every now and then. And then it was getting to be a bit of a problem, so I decided to change this harness, truck and plow side. Well, it only lasted a few years, and I started having connectivity issues again, whereas the first one lasted like I say, for probably 16 years. So what I want to show you is the difference between the new and the old plow connectors. And if you have the old type, I would suggest holding on to it because there's some easy fixes to make it work properly again. So what they have now, and I'm going to try and show you inside this connector here. Okay, so if you can see in there, you can see on the pin, you can see the expanded tentacles, lines. It's like a spring inside that is expanded a little bit to make contact. So they're just very small strips, and I'm guessing that they start to lose their spring, and it doesn't make a good connection unless you actually tie wrap this thing in, and the tip of the head of this pin, pull it in tight, is what's actually making your contact. So I clean them up. I use sandpaper on the inside here. I roll up a little piece and clean that, and I can get them working reasonable. But now I'm going to show you the original Boss plow connector that I had. So the original connectors have a different pin. It's solid all the way through, and you can see the split in it. And they are easy to repair. All you have to do is get a screwdriver, knife blade, or something, because that crack will tend to close up after time. And when it closes up, the pin doesn't have the outward force to make good contact. So all you have to do is get a very tiny screwdriver, slide it in that slot, and kind of expand the connector to widen that gap in the crack of the pin. And clean it up, of course, and do it on both sides, and you'll be good for a long time again. However, again, the new connectors will mate with the old connectors, but the old connectors are much more resilient than the new ones. So the other thing I do is I will take a vice grip or a C-clamp, and this part of the connector, the actual socket end, I will compress it just slightly so that it becomes a little bit egg-shaped, not so much that you can't get the pin in, but enough that it makes good contact, and that does help. But again, these connectors with that the fingers on the inside are just not as reliable as the original connector. So anyway, that's just a little tip on how to differentiate the two. And again, what I do is I will grab a piece of sandpaper, and I'll roll it up, and I take it like this here, piece of sandpaper, I put it inside the barrel connector and just spin it and clean it and spin it, and then I take at the same time on the other connector, I'll take just a little piece of sandpaper and put it in around and like this and clean it up inside that one. However, the old connectors, big difference from the new ones, and they last much, much longer. Anyway, hope that helps someone. Please like the video, share it, and subscribe if you found this useful. Thanks.